Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, giving you guys a quick the 7 Deadly Sins Nanatsu no Taizai episode review. Today's episode 5, and there is no link, so you guys have to go somewhere on the web and search for yourself. You know, do the usual, whether you go on Google, Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, whatever, just find it. I'm pretty sure the web will give it to you if you actually search hard enough. Now, thing here is this. This episode is telling, mainly for the main character, Meliodas. And before I get to that, animation overall was good. And by the way, I do want to clarify one thing. When it came to the previous review, where I watched the episode from, they didn't have, like, the beginning scene. Like, all they had was, like, the opening, and then they went from there. So I did miss the part where you have Guild Thunder and Meliodas tussle for a little while longer, and then you have Diane just throw Guild Thunder, like, get the fuck out of here. And then the right, whatever that arm thing is she has, the right one got destroyed because of Guild Thunder. So I missed that part in the last review, so I apologize. But the thing here is that when it comes to this episode, I think I got it all. I'm pretty sure I did. So the thing here is that you have the animation, which overall, good. I mean, when it came to the fight scenes involving Diane and Meliodas, they were pretty good. The way Golgias moves around and the way he attacked Meliodas with his transparency ability was also pretty cool as well. So the animation overall was good. Though there is one scene that kind of throws me off. But I'll get to it because it ties mainly into the story progression and not animation, but it is animation at the same time. So I'll touch on it real quick later on. The pacing overall is okay. It's not really fast, not really slow. It's a nice balance of we're going to speed things up for dynamic purposes when it comes to the fights, but we're going to slow things down when dialogue is prevalent, and we're going to talk about the character's state of mind in full detail. So, okay, fine, fair enough. Now, when it comes to the character development, Meliodas, we got some of him because we got like a little bit of a flashback, and then we find out that he has a certain creed when it comes to being what a knight really is. Even if, for example, Elizabeth dies, he's still going to carry out her wishes. So that was fascinating. And apparently he's doing something very similar when it comes to someone else in the past, because it looks like because we see her in the opening, but there was like another chick, she was a knight. Apparently she got killed, and we see Meliodas, he's holding her, and then pretty much it looks like he is trying to like fulfill her wishes. Like maybe, I don't know how many years it's been since then, but a few decades later, some shit like that. Or maybe 10 years later. I don't know if it's a few decades, so let me just say 10 years later. Now, when it comes to Elizabeth, I see a lot of tears. Dog, I see a lot of tears. And again, I made a lot of parallels between this series and another series, and there's another character in that that cried a lot, which is one of the main reasons why I didn't, at the end of the day, like and I dropped So, thing here is that I'm hoping that this series doesn't take the route, because you have freaking Elizabeth crying a lot, and I'm like, oh fuck, jeez. Now, granted, I can understand her position, and I can see why she's crying, because she is now thrown into this situation in which people are dying in essence because of her, because of her actions. People are dying, and I can understand that, considering the fact that she was formerly, I think, just like an average day princess. An average day princess. So, obviously, I see where she's coming from, and it's okay. It makes sense now. But if there's, like, some random shit that you don't need to cry for happens, and she's crying constantly, like, oh my god, Meliodas, like, you said this speech, I'm gonna start crying, like, no. Then all of a sudden, it's coming out, I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna kill myself. So, hopefully that doesn't roll out. Now, the last part is the story progression. let me go over to Bane, whatever his name is, whatever you want to call him. Fuck, I'm calling Bane. Bane, like, you have the one Holy Knight Jude, and he's like, yo, like, I'm gonna kill you because all we needed you for was to bring up Meliodas. Now that he's here, because apparently we have 2 tasks. We found out that number 1, their task as Holy Knights is to capture Elizabeth, and number 2, for obvious reasons, because, you know, how they did a coup pretty much, and they overthrew the royalty, so on and so forth. But number 2 is also to apparently capture Meliodas' sword. Don't know why. There's something about his saber. I'm like, fucking, the saber special has unique properties on some Fate Stay shit. So I don't know. We can't fully see it, but there's something going on there. Then we have Jude come in there and have like a little thing with Bane, and that was fascinating of itself. And Jude stabbed Bane like through the fucking chest, and then Bane's like, ugh. And I'm like, what the fuck is so? I don't know what's going on with this guy, but this guy was kind of weird. Then you have, before all this went down, Meliodas drank poison and he survived somehow, some way. We don't know why. But then, before he fully comes to his conscious, regular state, you have this scene where Golgias, he's trying to take the sword, and he won't let go. So the way the episode went, it made it seem as if like he was still dead. Like Meliodas was still dead, and he was grabbing the sword when he was a corpse, because he had some like unshakable sin that he couldn't let go of the sword for that reason, some shit like that. But then he kind of like powered up. Either it was Golgias powering up, or no, it was probably Meliodas. And then he looks at Golgias, and Golgias like freaks the fuck out, and he just bails. So the thing here is that was a weird scene. Not because he is displaying anger, because you expect that at some point, because he's called the sin of wrath for a fucking reason. So I question why, and now we're starting to see why in this episode. But what throws me off is the baby face. Like he's mad as fuck. Like he's pissed. You can see the intensity. And he has like these baby face cheeks, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you can't. Ow. I mean, come on now, dog. Like, you expect me to truly get into this emotional state when he gets pissed, when he has baby face cheeks? Like, nah, man. The dude's baby face. He's plush. Get the fuck out of me. Get the fuck out of me. You expect me to take this nigga serious, like dead ass serious, when he's angry with plush baby face cheeks? It ain't rolling like that, man. It ain't rolling like that. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I mean, yeah, he may have some beastly ass shit going on, but I ain't taking this dude serious with these, nah, man, plush baby face, man. Porkly. I'm like, nah, man, nah, I ain't, nah. So, it was weird, but it was funny. Then you have because we didn't see Diane for a while, and then we get to see Diane. Apparently, she was being controlled by this knight called Ruin, and Ruin is not only controlling Diane, but also controlling Meliodas, and now he's making these two fight together. Though I kind of question, shouldn't Meliodas realize, wait a second, hold on, this entity, this Ruin dude is uplifting Earth, so maybe I'm being controlled too. But apparently not. Well, then again, he maybe actually knows, but the episode just ended before he actually said, oh yeah, by the way, I realized that I was fighting against Diane the entire time. Some shit like that. But either way, the thing is that those were fascinating in the aspect that, or I should say, that scene, that the powers of Ruin are fascinating in the sense that Meliodas seems to be someone who can overcome anything, and yet here he is being controlled like a puppet by Ruin. He's hallucinating, imagining this giant Ruin to be Diane. And the same thing for Diane. So, obviously, it's fascinating because it does showcase that there are certain abilities of the Holy Knights that supersede durability, stamina, intelligence, agility, and so on and so forth. And Ruin just can, apparently, like, you hear the bell all of a sudden. And by the way, a theory real quick. you have like a little kid that was saved. He has a bell on his fucking staff. I'm thinking that guy's ruined because honestly, like I just believe that. I'm believing that these two shepherds that were just roaming about. Well, you see no sheep. Listen, I'm the anime fucking shepherd. I didn't see any fucking sheep. So you have these two shepherds like, oh shit, here we are. Oh my god, Diane, no. And they run away. This kid has a bell on his staff, and every time you had Meliodas and Diane like go into like their illusionary state, they could hear a bell. So I'm thinking it's the kid. It's the kid. It's the kid. Yo, Hawk, do something. Just take him the fuck out. Like, what are you sitting there for, dog? So it's weird. I don't know. I have a theory on that. But either way, I'm done. I will see you guys later. The episode overall, I think it was good. Good plus. It was fascinating. It gave you insight on the characters, what you wanted. It had good animation overall, good fight scenes going on, and so on and so forth. So the episode rating is going to be good, and I'll see you guys later. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day. And by the way, people are wondering, because there are folks who have read this series, and they're like, the series, not that good, dog. And I'm like, okay, fine, not that good, maybe. I don't know. That's why I'm fucking here. From what I've seen so far, I think it's worth investing some time in. But if it winds up being just as bad as some folks may have to be, then then I'm out. Deuces, peace. It's just the way it is. That's how I roll. If it gets too bad, gone. So I'll see you guys later. King Lightning, just, want to clarify that because some folks are not clarified on that. I'm not going to stay on board. If it gets shitty, I'm gone. It's the way it is. So, again, that's the way I roll. King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe. If you didn't know, now you know. Peace. Have a nice damn day.